Should we start the slides as well?
Yeah, if you'd like to share that. Okay. Yeah, just the intro, that would be great. And Jewel, do you mind also showing to let folks in?
Would that be
It's a UCLA one. Okay. Thanks everyone for joining. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I want to introduce Akilah Martinez, or aka Glittering World Girl. She's an award-winning DNA artist, creative technologist, and cultural bearer from the Navajo Nation, who focuses on the creation of building an indigenous-based circular economic ecosystem that cycles off of language and cultural revitalization through video art and XR technology. In 2018, an immersive technology fellowship through Crux XR enabled Akilah to travel between New York City and LA to learn from leading POC XR technologists, social entrepreneurs, and impact investors. Akilah holds a 2024 New Mexico Woman in Tech Emerging Leader Award. She's a guest speaker at the MIT XR Reality Hackathon in Boston, Massachusetts, and a 2024 DNA College We Are Learning From You Mellon Foundation Fellow. Akilah recently became a partner with the Virtual World Society and is a two-time hackathon winner. Akilah, if you'd like to take it away with our workshop.
For sure, yeah. So let me go ahead and, I'll introduce myself in my native language. So yeah, hello everyone. My name is Akilah Martinez. I come from the Bread Springs community on the Navajo Nation. And so I use language and culture in mobile devices and also in what we, I guess, identify today as virtual reality, augmented reality. I also wanted to give an appreciation message to Joy for, making this event possible in the UCLA Bridge Studio, also to ASU's Design and Art Corp for funding today. So how exciting. Yeah, so actually my lifelong goal to create modern media, community-based media began when I was the age of 3. I constantly witnessed my grandparents having to watch TV programming that was only offered in English. So ever since I was a young age, I kind of just really wanted to make media that pushes our language and culture forward. So we're going to go into a little deep dive for Indigenous communities and how we can utilize XR technology to uplift community, not only through revitalization of language and culture, but also economically as well. So I guess a lot of us here were probably really familiar with XR technology, right? Yeah? Okay, cool. So yeah, I guess a question here is how is XR technology really different from traditional forms of media? And the way I like to approach XR technology, I've identified several ways that it's different than traditional forms of media. One of the ways is that with traditional forms of media, we've noticed that there's been a lot of bias, narrative, and stereotypes created through those types of medias, either through biased history books or also through Hollywood and the history there and how the narrative was only being told from one side of the story and people's narratives were told for them. So I feel like with XR technology, there's not a lot of those type of disparities, which enables us to have ownership of storytelling and the ability to tell our own stories as well. So for me personally, that's one really key way that XR is different from traditional forms of media. Also, I think that with XR technology during the inception. We're kind of like still in the inception phase, right? It hasn't really gone out to most people. We're working through making XR more accessible to the general public. So kind of we're still in the inception phase here. So the ability to create a diverse amount of voices, having the ability to be represented in XR technology during the inception is another strong point and a difference that XR has for traditional forms of media. Go ahead and go to the next slide. So with ownership of storytelling, I feel like with XR technology and the XR industry, there's a lot of room for bringing in different voices, different stories as well, and having people use either virtual reality, mixed reality, or augmented reality to share their stories and to amplify their storytelling and their language and culture. That's also one way that Indigenous communities can really use emerging technology as well. Then there's the economic shift through technology and storytelling as well. I'm finding that there's actually a really close relationship between emergent technology and new forms of innovative financial products as well. So I think the underlying tone there and the mission is to paralleling mission is to uplift community through technology and also through economics and financial access to capital. So one way that we could approach that is that I focus within my work is creating a circular economy. Like, what does that look like? For Indigenous communities, that means that communities are uplifted as well. Storytelling is included, cultural storytelling, also the revitalization and preservation of language, but then also giving back into the community and having this circular structure where even the environment is involved. So a really cool case study of that is a game that was created called Never Alone. Has anyone heard of that? Okay, so like Never Alone was created by the Inupiaq natives in Alaska, and they had used technology as a tool to revitalize language and culture. And so with Never Alone, the elders of the Inupiaq tribe, they collaborated with a gaming company to have storytelling, their cultural emergent stories, and language, their stories of immersion, integrated into a game. And this was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool structure created for the Inupiaq tribe because it had grossed so much revenue that it allowed the tribe to have access to unrestricted funds that they could use any way that they want. So that means that a lot of the times with the way tribal structures are is that there's a lot of limitation because of the treaties and then also because of the connection with the federal funds as well. So this kind of model demonstrates how culture, language, and technology and creativity can all come together to provide community access to unrestricted funds. Also, when we have within the circular economy, we consider the earth and all of the elements around us as well. So with that, Never Alone, because it was a storyline that was about their traditional stories, their stories of emergence, it immediately included a lot of immediately met a lot of the goals from the UN Sustainable Development Goals as well. So here's a little illustration. And let me just go ahead and see. Is my camera on Zoom? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get back into some more case studies.
I do remember when that came out. It was, yeah, very well spoken about.
Yeah. So as Indigenous communities are becoming more aware and we're becoming experts within the philanthropy field, and then also within finance as well. And through those people who are gaining expertise in these areas, we're also developing a lot of finance innovation products, meaning that a lot of new financial structures are emerging right now as well, at the same time as emerging technology. A case study, great case study here is Native Women Lead. I think that they're, pretty much leading this area of finance product innovation. They've pretty much, so their job is, or their goal is to create access to capital for Indigenous entrepreneurs. Traditionally, with capital structures, access to capital structures, it kind of puts Indigenous communities at a disadvantage. But Native Women Lead is kind of creating a solution for that. One way is that they've created the 5 R's of rematriation, meaning that your business has to meet a criteria of being relational, rooted, restorative, regenerative, or revolutionary. This is contrasting the 5 C's of capital, which traditionally just kind of really puts a lot of historically marginalized communities at a disadvantage for having access to capital. And then also there's Raven Indigenous Capital Partners. They are an Indigenous-owned financial intermediary based out of Canada. And what they really focus on is impact investing, and then also community outcome contracts, meaning that they're focusing on the ROI being more detailed within how much your project or your business is positively impacting a community. And then through a community outcome contract, they're able to have a lot of the monetary investment gone into your project or community paid for by other means, instead of having that company or project pay back the ROI. Also, there's Nations First. They're also out of Canada, and they're utilizing blockchain to really create like a sovereign path for self-determination for Native Americans and Indigenous people. They see the construction of DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, as a way to really practice a sovereign approach to self-determination. Also, they're really seeing blockchain as a way that they don't have to reinforce the disparities associated with like Indian treaties, Indian acts and stuff like that, the treaties that have kind of locked down a lot of Indigenous communities. So another case study is a ResiDAO, which I'm also a co-founder of. But one way that we're using XR technology, particularly augmented reality, is to put members through a visioning journey using AR spectacles, snap spectacles. And through that, we're enabling entrepreneurs, Indigenous entrepreneurs, to enter this experience so they can go on a visioning journey to kind of just really tune in with how they can visualize how their company will positively impact the community to like a really monumental scale. Also, Crux. I always have to shout them out because they're the ones who had given me the Immersive Technology Fellowship back in 2019, which is where I learned a lot about the social enterprise structure and how that can be tied into XR technology. So that's where I learned about social entrepreneurship and impact investing, enlightened investments and stuff like that. So, and they are practicing a cooperative structure as well, meaning that all the artists and everyone involved within Crux all have an equal ownership of the business. So yeah, so all of this pretty much means that what I'm, like I said in the beginning, kind of, is that I'm seeing a really close relationship between these emergent financial structures and their support for Indigenous voices in XR technology. Also, I guess just like true cultural storytelling within XR technology. Yeah, so that's kind of like, I feel like there's a really high rise of social enterprises right now, and what those kind of circular models could look like. I also got a note that the concept of social enterprises is kind of becoming more trendy right now. But for Indigenous communities, this has always been an approach to life, is including community, creating tools that give back to your people, and having everyone multi-generationally be included within storytelling as well. So I have a couple examples of how I personally approach augmented reality within my work. One of them was I finished up a fellowship at Diné College last year, and I was able to work with 3 BFA students there to turn their 2D images into a 3D asset and to incorporate that in an AR project. So we'll go ahead and play that here.
Yat Arnold Twasha Akilah Martinez Unisha Bahalna K Winit Ingi Dineba K Masha Ado Dineba Zardo Ne Old Int and Alkidido Bishas a case Nilt it Nash Angi Kujish Nalish Ashley the Net College de Nilt it Nash Angi the Net College da Alta Agi Tradibil Sa Ashla DA the Net College AR Wolia.
有的所以 revitalization 也是可保持可保持性，这个就是也要一个什么的。
Yad education dene şey nikişine zinişe ato ne nişanigi et anasani nişan mahlane başışçin çaştene et zinacini deşe çeydo mahlane deşinalı anale nadati le teçin ha adet naşa konde bek evahtane de kekinçli.
Hello, my name is Jay Rebel. My clans are Tinjikinik, Kiahani, Tiskani,
Yeah,
Dolshin.
this is a really cool
Residing in
experience.
Lubbock, currently going to the college here at St. Lee.
All of
I'm
these
taking
students are
BA
doing
classes.
augmented reality work
I
for this project.
submitted 3 composition. First piece is about my backyard. It's a 16 by 20 and the landscape that I grew up around. The second piece, it's more about on a smaller scale. It's about coffee.
So that was one example of how I really want to start including community and having access to augmented reality. The next one is immersive ink, which we had developed basically an immersive audio book within Snap Spectacles. And this project actually took first at Stanford's XR Immersive Bay last year. And we're further developing it right now with Snap.
Immersive Inc. is dedicated to social good, aiming to make education engaging through XR and AI. Using Snapchat Spectacles, we created Immersive Inc., an app that transforms text into narrated 3D objects, making learning immersive and interactive. When users wear spectacles and launch the app, AI-powered OCR, or optical character recognition, detects text. With a pinch gesture, the text is captured and analyzed by a GPT model, which identifies the main object. And this is then used to prompt 3D models generated by Meshi to narrate the story and interact with the readers, creating an immersive and memorable reading experience.
Yeah, I definitely want to pause as well and to say hi to everyone that's signing up, that has signed on online. If you guys could please drop in the chat if you have the capacity, where you're from, introduce. I'd love to further connect as well. Love to learn where you guys are all signing in from. Are they? Do you all see the slides in the chat?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You
can.
do? Okay, great.
Right
And
now,
we'll also have a Q&A session probably at the
Okay.
end of this too. Yeah.
Cool. I'm sorry, Wendy, did you say something? No? Okay, cool.
I was
So
just
we'll
saying
go to
we
the
can
next
see
slide.
your screen.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I see it right there. Amazing. Okay, and then the next example is Yago. So Yago, we took first place at the MIT Reality Hack with this, and it's an experience created in Snap Spectacles. And this one is near and dear to my heart as well because we included the Navajo language in there as well. So we had an option to choose either English or Dinebazat to experience Yago in.
Yago means keep going in the Navajo language.
If you need a walker, the reality for most Americans is heading to CVS, picking up whatever's on the shelf, and using it as is. That's exactly what I did when my mom ended up in the ER 2 weeks ago and needed a walker. 55% of walker users set it at the wrong height, and 47,000 people are injured on their walkers every year. Yago teaches you how to use a walker confidently. First, get inspired by other babes with a mobility aid and find your community on Tumblr using Snap's new web view component. Next, choose your language, Dene or English. Then, holding your wrist at a neutral angle with your phone in hand as a sensor, we will draw a line in space that's your correct walker height, and you can then adjust the height of your walker. Then, placing your phone in your back pocket, we track your posture by triangulating data between your phone, headset, and the floor. You then go on a walk with motivational signs. We detect common risks like looking straight down at your feet, standing too far from your walker, or bending too far forward, and gently guide you on your journey. We also see a future where the same technology, taking advantage of sensors in a headset, could help you reduce neck strain from sitting at a computer. Reduced mobility is a significant predictor of loneliness. We want to help you stay mobile, stay connected to your community, and celebrate and support you moving through the world in your body.
Yago makes quality healthcare accessible to Indigenous communities because it is in Dinebazad.
Yeah, so I think Yago is a cool example of how when we do include our backgrounds and where we come from, like we have the ability to have our cultures be at the forefront of emerging technology, in the forefront of innovation that's happening within technology that's going to shape the near future and the far future as well. So, and then just a quick another example. This one's called Dene Yago. Almost the same, but this one basically translates to Navajo keep going or something like that. And yeah, it was just a fun little experience that, so this is the project that I had created when I was in the same cohort with Joy, the Niantic cohort. So yeah, it's a language learning experience, and it basically allows people to learn the basics of the Navajo language, how to introduce yourself, how to count from 1 to 10, and then also how to pronounce an array of fruits as well. So I want to incorporate this into classrooms in the future. So that's kind of like the goal that I have with projects like Dene Yago. So yeah. Great. So that was just kind of like, you know, some examples of how we can use XR technology with storytelling and community uplift. So I think the next portion of the workshop is to go ahead and walk through creating your own image targets. This is amazing because through the Niantic Studio platform, it has just been streamlined and made simple, like so much. Like before, when you were making image targets within Unity, you would have to import packages and like do all kinds of manipulations and stuff. But this is really easy, and I think it's a really cool intro. I guess just by a show of hands, is anyone here like totally new to image targets or AR development? Yeah? Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, like image targets. So let's go ahead and kind of get into a little dive. And I'll share my other screen at this point. So if you guys want to, you can go ahead and, does everyone have an 8th Wall account? now? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, how's the chat? Does everyone have an equal account? We're ready to go.
And if we want to go over the Gaussian splat portion first, or dive into image targets?
Let's see here. I think we have, let me share one. We could do that, Joy. We could, do you want to? And then we could come back to, yeah, that'll work.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, great, awesome, yeah. Yeah, maybe I can, let me share the slides to see. So, can everyone, yeah, can everyone see that? Okay, perfect. So yeah, just wanted to go over kind of the learning objectives for today. So we'll start actually with going over what's possible with Scaniverse and Gaussian splats. And then Akilah will kind of go over maybe like an overview of the platform, and then into how we make the image target. Because yeah, I think we'll have to kind of create the image on Canva first. Is that correct? And then we'll print them out here for like the in-person folks, and then if everyone online kind of has access to a printer, you can also do this activity yourself too.
Yeah,
And so,
I've been mainly just testing out my image targets from my computer as well. So
perfect.
that, yeah, it's not a problem for anyone online. It's easy to just test it from your computer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. So yeah, we can jump back into this
Yeah.
in a little bit. So yeah, I think let's go over what a Gaussian splat is. Is anyone here kind of have you guys worked with it before, or kind of new to it? Okay. So yeah, so as just a brief overview, it's a new technique now that basically allows you to represent real life scenes in 3D capturing in 3D. So capturing geometry, lighting, and reflections. So the difference is in the past using photogrammetry, we would be able to create meshes, but it uses kind of triangles to kind of create those models. And now with Gaussian splats, it's using volumes. So I've seen online that they like to describe it as like fuzzy blobs, because that's how it kind of picks up the information of the lighting and what it's actually looking at. So you can stitch that together. So we can all, let's see, watch Scaniverse. So this is just an intro to that. Yeah, thanks for asking that, Akilah. If you don't have it downloaded, you can go ahead and scan that QR code right now. And it's a free app that you can use on your phone. There's other alternatives, kind of like Polycam in the past, that lets you create these Gaussian splats, or I think the other one is Luma. But again, Scaniverse is free, and the way that they have developed it, like the new innovation is that you're basically processing the scans on your phone versus sending them to the clouds. So it's now much faster, much easier to kind of create the scans right away. And so the step-by-step process is basically you would take your phone and find an object that you want to scan, move your camera around it, and then just hit the process button. And after that, you can actually upload it onto their map. So their whole goal, I think right now, they've also rebranded, I think, to Niantic Spatial. So they're really interested in kind of spatializing our real world, essentially. So it's going to be kind of a grassroots effort of everyone scanning things around them that they find interesting. And they've also, you can also play around with the way you share these links. So if you go into share and then click videos, there's different ways of kind of showcasing the scan that you made. And so they're like kind of preloaded camera path. It's pretty cool and like very intuitive. So I highly recommend you all to dive into that, which we will in a little bit. And so let's see. This might sound overwhelming, but we'll make the slides available afterwards. And this is essentially the top 10 kind of scanning tips that Niantic has provided. And the first step is really just planning ahead, making sure the weather conditions are right when you're scanning outside. They do say the optimal length of time to scan are like between 1 to 3 minutes. If you scan for longer, sometimes the quality does actually decline. And you can also kind of adjust how you scan based on what exactly you're scanning. So I'll dive into that in a little bit too. The next one is like avoiding people when you're scanning. Sometimes in crowded places, if they're kind of walking by you, you can move your camera a little higher to kind of get them out of the angle. Good lighting also matters. And capturing kind of multiple angles around the same object is also really important. And so later on, when you're actually doing this process on your phone, there'll be certain parts where it might be sharper looking versus blurry. And you just want to make sure that you're spending enough time kind of looking over the blurry portions to kind of sharpen that image up. And what's great is if you are constantly running out of battery like I am on your phone, you can always process your scans later, so you don't have to do it right away. And so you can always access them later inside the library. And yeah, they apparently, so because Scaniverse has been out for some time, I'm sure this is like based off of all the critiques from or feedback from the community members, but Niantic has put out this awesome diagram just showing different ways that you can kind of approach objects depending on like if they're buildings versus statues. And again, you don't really need to do this exactly. We don't need to like print out a flower pattern for you to trace around outside. But a lot of these are just here to help make your scans a little bit better quality if you want to be redoing them. And this is something that's exciting. I personally haven't experienced this yet, but this was just kind of recently announced. They do have the VR app called Into the Scaniverse. And so that is available through the Quest 3. So we'll kind of watch the promo together.
What if you could step into thousands of places around the world and explore? Where would your curiosity take you? Discover places you've never seen, captured by people from every corner of the world, or rediscover where you once were. Now available for free, Into the Scaniverse is the first MetaQuest app to bring user-created 3D scans to life, including your own. Soar across a fantastical globe to take in thousands of glimpses from around the world, from Stonehenge to street art. Capture a 3D scan with Scaniverse on your phone. Upload it, then instantly step into it with Into the Scaniverse on your MetaQuest to freely explore. Visit places you've heard of and discover ones you haven't. See what everyday explorers want to share with you. Discover a new world that comes alive through 3D, because the best way to experience 3D scans is in 3D. Step into the Scaniverse today and let your curiosity change the way you see your world.
Yeah, I think now moving on, we're going to be having time, or yeah, we'll have some time to actually practice this ourselves. What will happen in the next 10 minutes is I will attempt to connect to the Zoom through my phone. That way you guys can all also see what I'm doing within the app. And then for us in person, we'll probably go outside, like take a look at the flowers and kind of scan things on our own phones, and then come back within after 10 minutes. So for everyone online, this is a time for a break too, if you want, or if you have any objects around you, or the outdoors is accessible. I highly encourage you to kind of walk outside. I mean, we live in LA, so gotta take advantage of the weather. And so yeah, we'll just work on scanning things. And if you want to, yeah.
Joy, do you think do you want to show them the example that you sent me? So they
yes.
like, I could share my screen.
Oh yeah, of course.
Y'all gonna scan something or just?
Yes. Ourselves, yeah.
Okay.
You can just practice scanning.
So this is an example of a splat that Joy had created. So you could just do something like this as well. Like, did you just like scan it from the top, or did you scan it from all around as well?
Yeah, so I kind of crouched. This was actually on campus by the law school, and I kind of crouched on one end and sort of like moved my arm around, like over the top of it, and then like a sweeping motion.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, yeah, so this is just an example of one of them. A splat, so.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and join the meeting again, and we'll go over kind of the app functions itself. Oh, sure, yeah. Thank goodness my phone is charged enough to do all this today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We do want to all kind of step outside and with our phones.
Suggestion, you think it would be better if you find some plant or sculpture or?
Yeah, I think whatever really you want. We're kind of originally planning on focusing on plants, but if something else, I mean, you have your creative will, so.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
You can really create anything today, like for your image target. I actually, because I stopped by Trader Joe's, so I also bought a little plant. So we don't have things to scan. I mean, there's lots of food and anything, and yeah, and everyone online too, you can also scan anything that's like around you. Yeah, and ideally you would be scanning something that you might create some facts about. And so I think in the previous example that you showed, it was a daisy and some of the medicinal uses of it. And so, yeah, again, if there's something around you that you'd like to scan and just create an image based off of that, I think that would work beautiful.
I'm taking just regular pictures.
Oh, just regular pictures? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called the orange star
I
plant.
was reading the name.
Oh, yeah,
It's the
that-
first time I'm seeing. So
Oh, yeah.
beautiful. Next time when I go to Trader Joe's, I'll look for it.
So yeah, I think right now I'm showing kind of the interface of the map. This is what you'll see when you first launch it. As you can see, if you click on any of the blue dots, you'll see a scan done by someone else in a community. So it's really cool to kind of travel the world too and just look at what folks have been scanning. Yeah.
And I just click plus to start.
Yes, yeah. So if you
can
want
start
to,
so that people can see first.
yeah, so what you'll do is basically click on the plus sign, and you can either choose between the mesh or the splat. And so we'll do a Gaussian splat. But again, I think the platform could use both meshes or splats. So either way, the quality is just a little bit different between both. And so I'm going to just select the record button, and you can see everything's kind of grayed out, but then it's going to start to populate in the fuzzy blobs. And I'm just kind of walking around this plant and trying to get as many angles as possible.
Does it create layers? Because when you demoed some of the pictures in the backend, It was creating the layers, right? It depends on how we.
This one won't, I don't, like, that one I did in Blender. Like, yeah, I created different layers.
Oh, okay.
Do you still want to head outside, Joy, or do you want to?
I realized I think we can just stay here because
Okay.
then I'll have to switch the microphone and
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So we'll just stay here now.
How exciting. Like, I did a vase of daisies as
Oh,
well,
yeah.
you know, and like there's this.
Yes. So as you can see now, the scan is kind of complete. And within the app too, later on, you can actually crop out your objects.
Really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that part.
Yeah, and so I'll just hit process now. And I also found out from them that after you process it once, right? There's like a, oh, sorry. Oh, yeah.
Well, you can go next if you're planning to, but I will just.
You found out what?
Yeah, there's a button at the top that lets you enhance, right? So it says the estimate is usually like a minute. I wouldn't, I guess Niantic is, the recommendation is to not enhance any scans more than 5 times because there's kind of a less return on kind of what you're doing. And so the quality actually goes down after the 5th. So that's what they've kind of figured out. Or diminishing returns.
Do we have to get rid of the outline? You have to get rid of these.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think the lines, maybe the lines are just showing the background. Sometimes it might appear different depending on like what it is.
Thank you.
I think later it'd be fun to see what it's scanned in their homes.
I know.
We can
that
pop
would
up
be
the
really cool.
camera. Yeah, sure.
And what was your name? I'm sorry.
Shabnam.
Shabnam. Okay.
Yeah.
How is your process going? Are you gonna try to scan anything?
Yeah, I'm just starting just now.
Cool.
So, should I start with Match?
Splat. Yes.
It's super simple, right?
Yeah,
like
it's
so
really
intent.
straightforward.
It's like intuitive.
Yeah, still working. And I remember finding like a little factoid, but so Gaussians are named after Carl Friedrich Gauss, who's a mathematician that introduced the concept. And so it's also known as like a normal distribution, kind of like bell curves. So Gaussian splatting, in other words, are essentially 3D bell curves.
Wow.
So what I did just now was click on enhance. So that's just going to enhance my scan. And the way that I'm rotating the image is just with one finger. But if I wanted to pan right or left, I'm using 2 fingers on my screen. And then zoom in and zoom out.
How awesome. Thank you. How many minutes are you guys? How are you guys doing?
I'm doing the fastest option.
Just doing good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Process now.
Processing. Yeah. Okay.
Processing now.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm gonna click save and close. And then when I go back to my library, you guys are seeing like my library of Splat. I'm gonna click on it again and oh great, sorry. No. And so under here you can see 4 different icons. And so under edit, if you want to crop this, you can click on crop. And so this basically comes up and at the top you'll see the different kind of perspectives that you can look at your scan. I can kind of tell that like the tan area, like that's probably like a lot of the table that it's captured. So I'm just going to kind of drag the crop window that gives me more of the flower versus the table, which I don't really want to see.
So cool.
And there's also the auto button, so you can always try that first. So yeah, actually the auto button works a lot
Did you
better.
do the enhance if you wanted? That looks so cool. Yeah, let's let it enhance.
So after I have that cropped, you don't see the rest of the table anymore, or I think very little of it. And I'm gonna hit save.
This is so cool,
Yeah.
right?
And so if I wanted to share that, you can click either exporting the model, you can use that in any other, like any game engine that you want. Actually, I take that back. So splats are inherently a Niantic Studio kind of file. So right now there are, I think splats could only go into the platform.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But if you use another app like Luma, then you could technically bring them into Unreal Engine.
Do you want her to post to map then edit or?
You can edit it
Or
first.
save
So
and close?
yeah, with save and
Okay.
close, so you can access it in your library. And so what I wanted to share earlier about the video creation part is when you click on that, you can see you can kind of adjust different motions of how you want the scan to kind of look. Yeah, that's so cool. So yeah, you have like an orbit, you can do flybys, spirals.
And then you
Yeah.
can.
Joy,
So
I have a
this is
question.
the
Should
top
you use
view.
the splat
So this
or
is
the
up looking down.
other one?
Oh, I can
So
drop according to the
Yeah,
view.
and then you'll click the different
Why
buttons.
not use the bottom?
Yeah, like
So the
if
mesh
you want all
is,
that, like,
it's
yeah.
kind of like doing a normal
You go through the
photogrammetry
different views, the
version of
different,
the model. So you
accesses.
get less of the lighting and reflection.
Oh.
The quality is different. It's completely different than Gaussian spectrum.
Okay, so splatting is better for like objects.
I would say so, yeah. I think it's there is another blog where Niantic compares between slats
I'm wondering
and
if you
meshes,
can maybe
and just like the
zoom in.
quality is just different. Like it
Yeah,
captures
that
the
might be
lighting
able
better.
to.
So if it's, let's say like an object is like
There it is. It's
you
hard
may
for
want
me
to
to tell
use
which
the
one.
mesh
Yeah,
for the area
when I
of
do
the
this. Is it like in the middle?
but if it's like
Yeah.
outdoors,
No,
on the go, I recommend doing that.
Okay.
Joy?
Yes.
So we're trying to.
Oh, yeah.
We're trying to get really granular and zoom into the plant.
Yeah, so actually if I click crop, I would click auto. And then so immediately it'll, like fall into that, and then you'll be able to see from the different perspectives, like how much you want it to crop.
Oh, no, I
So,
can, yeah. Okay, thank you.
We're getting really cool content. Did you get to scan anything? Oh, yeah, you did, yeah.
So now I should post it to
Save and close.
So they've even made like different dimensions. So if you wanted to post it on like an Instagram reel or something that's like
So now I save this. No, just go
square
to the-
shape. I mean, all of these are very accessible. So I click next, it's going to start rendering the video, and then I think I'll just save it into.
And then we just learned you can hit auto and it'll kind of zoom into your focal point. Yeah, and then you could crop it like
share it.
if that's how you want it, or you can drag it out a little.
So exporting it,
And then
you can
these
send
are
it to
the
yourself
different viewpoints.
as
X,
a
Y, Z.
PLY, and
So
I'll go over
left.
that in a bit. If you
And then if you like that, or you want to make it bigger, whatever.
Okay.
That's pretty amazing. I love it.
And then
Cool.
yeah.
Thank you. Oh, the check.
No, mine turned out.
So cool.
Thank you.
Oh,
Perfect.
I think
Did you hit enhance?
I think I did. Yeah.
Oh,
Was that a mistake?
no, it could be how shiny it is, but it's oh, it's not. Interesting.
maybe did you like scan it pretty like did you see like the little stripes disappear?
Yes,
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh that's okay.
but maybe I didn't fully
And
get it done.
so you can
So
also
each rendering, we can save new
And this I
video
did.
so
Yes.
that we can have different angles.
yes,
This
yeah,
one's fine.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Correct, right?
Yeah.
So when you export it as a model, so if you choose the PLY, I believe that's going to be more compatible with like other engines.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then SPZ is like, oh, okay, now I remember the difference. The SPZ is like a new file type that Niantic created to like downsize just the size of the file.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know that was why, but yeah.
It's
But
like
yeah,
a compressed flat.
SPZ would be nice for this.
So you can save it to files. You guys are taking a look at my phone, it's fine, okay.
Joy, how did you get it to be just the object and not the background?
Oh, you can crop it, so
Oh,
you go back
okay.
to the object in the library. Yeah, and then on that, click edit, and then crop. And I would just click on auto, and it would automatically find like roughly what you were trying to scan.
Mhm.
So let's say it was.
Just one of them. Yeah. Oh, that's.
Yeah, and you can choose the flags. Yeah, it's like very intuitive the way they made this.
I've been using Polyscan more. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Polyscan a bit more often, but I'm trying to slowly jump to Scaniverse. Because Polycam, you need to pay, right, to get the
I think so.
Polyscan.
Mhm.
Joy. Yes. So I think I don't have the latest version, so it's not showing me the cloud option. So could you send me yours and then I'll just stop it. Yes. I think you can let me know. Okay, would you be able to send it to me? So I think so, yeah.
Are there any questions on Zoom? Let me take a look. So should we send PLY to any software or no?
What?
Should we save PLY to any software?
Yeah, we're in the
Yeah.
bathroom.
And then the next step would to be for you to be able to find it on your laptop. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, just like maybe Google Drive or something. Easiest way.
Thank you.
Easiest way for you to find out.
Yeah, I just,
Okay.
I just downloaded, AirDrop to my laptop so that I can use
I
it in
love
the
that.
Niantic.
Mm-hmm.
I can only open the SPZ file in a gray format, but the file, it doesn't open. I think it is asking for the file format I want to open it, like the application I want to open.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. So there are, I believe there's like an online, that's a field viewer. Yeah, I think slowly and surely there's now more like programs that are able to adopt this new file format, but right now, since it's so new, like everyone's still kind of creating that in the space, yeah. And I just found that there's like a free PLY viewer online. So if you wanted to upload it, you can also take a look that way too.
Okay, how are we on time? Should we?
Yeah, I think we are good to go. Let's see. Yeah, we're actually right on time. So yeah, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, so we'll begin to work on kind of diving into the image targets and stuff at 3 for the next like 50 minutes for the next hour. So yeah.
So should we wait for him to come back when we start him?
Yes, yeah, we'll just wait until another few minutes.
Oh, they're like really slow. All you need is 5 minutes. I thought I was good.
Okay, I was curious about like any blockchain projects that we've been involving. Like, do you talk a little bit more about any one of those case studies?
For blockchain?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
so fascinating that it's like, yeah, you're part of a DAO and like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just curious what kind of projects you guys have kind of worked on.
Yeah, so we're really like in the structuring part of the DAO.
Okay, gotcha.
So we recently, one of our DAO members, she works within like digital marketing, so she's creating our branding and like a logo and stuff for us
Yeah.
for Resi DAO. So yeah, it's basically like finding a way. The DAO is created to find resources to bring to Indigenous artists and creatives and entrepreneurs. So it's really exciting actually, like Resi DAO. So we're just kind of like exploring like the different Web3 components, like, and then also like learning a little bit about crypto as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's mainly just focused on bringing resources to Indigenous creatives, artists, and entrepreneurs. And one really cool thing about it is that the DAO has actually been able to highlight my company at the Web Summit conference that's coming up in Vancouver next month. So Glittering World Girl will be going to Vancouver to showcase my AR work and stuff like that through the DAO.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just kind of like reimagining, like we're saying, like emergent tech, that relationship with like the financial structures. Kind of like trying to bring economic stability back to our communities as well, like just playing with emerging technology and figuring out how we can map that out, you know? So
that's so exciting.
yeah, so the DAO is pretty it's a work in progress for sure. So yeah.
Awesome.
So, would you like to know, like we are educational organization, right?
Yeah.
So in your experience, like, have you seen any existing use case or any existing experiment or the trial going on with respect to the education where they can use this XR? Like I have seen one of the use cases we have shown, like the person is reading under the tree, and then while they're reading the words, those like flowers, and some of the elements are being augmented, like being highlighted, and so yeah. So is there any the real time use case that you have come across?
Like, so for the example, Immersive Ink, the book, the immersive audiobook, it is real time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the intent. So right now we're further developing it for it to to be really on the fly. We're using Meshi for that to generate the 3D models, and that took, I think, like 1 to 3 minutes to generate. So right now we're finding out how to optimize it. So it's like 10 minutes, and then what's the user doing between 10 seconds, and what's the user doing in between that time when like a lot of ML components are like loading and OCR components. So I think as well with Yago, that one, it has to do a lot with posture. So it is calculating, it's like triangulating data between the snap spectacles, your phone, and the ground. So it's like real time, like just bringing in data all the time. Did that answer?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you're ready to go to the next? Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and share my screen as well. And then I guess while I'm sharing my screen, is that on still? Yeah. Okay. While I'm sharing my screen, let's go ahead and pull up our 8th wall account. And then I'll go ahead and share my screen. Great, so we're just gonna go ahead and go over a quick overview of the different workspace components and what structures the workspace here within Niantic Studio. So when you open up your own, I guess let's go ahead and get this part over. When you go ahead and open up 8th wall, and mine might look a little different. My screen might look a little different than yours. But let's see here. So what you'll do within 8th wall is that you'll go ahead and open a new project.
Should I go to clone yours or just start from scratch?
So image targets are actually really easy, so we don't have to clone a template. We'll just be building from the top. So from here, you'll be able to either go to project library, or go to project library, and then go to studio empty project.
Oh, are you sharing the right screen?
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so you'll click Studio Empty Project right here. There is a large, pretty good array of different types of projects you can clone here. But like I said, image targets is pretty easy, so we'll go ahead and just build from scratch. Just to kind of give you guys a sense of how intuitive and easy 8th wall can be. And then you'll go ahead and click Clone Project here. And then choose a URL for your project. So for right here, I can type in maybe Splat and image target example. You can type yours, whatever you want. Title it, and then you could title this part. And then you could click create. Maybe this buffer time's good. It allows everyone to catch up. How are you guys all doing in the, do you want to check the chat, see how they're doing? It does take a while too to create your cloned project as well. So it has to think and bring in all these components for you.
Sorry, I missed it. Like, so once I enter the title, I just choose image targets.
Okay, that one? Yeah. Yes, and then clone project. Great. And then this is where you'll choose the URL in the project title. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. You just get out of that. Okay, thank you. Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at our workspace right here. So on the left panel here, you have the hierarchy panel, and this panel displays a list of all the objects in the scene. If assets are latched onto other assets within here, that is called parenting. We'll have examples of this later on in the project. So as in, this is referring to if the assets are latched onto another asset here, that the latched on asset becomes a child. And the main asset on the top is a parent. And then we have the assets panel as well, where you can import your different file types within here. So we'll be doing that later as well, but this is the assets panel, modules panel, and then the image targets panel as well. We have the viewport here. So if I were to click the light that's up here, this is the viewport right here. This is going to show like the position and the scale of this object, and then you can also rotate it here. All of these functions right here can be done up here as well. So this is to reposition, this button here is to reposition your content, this right here is to rotate your content, and then this button here is to scale your content any way you want. So this helps you move stuff throughout the scene on a three-dimensional basis. We have the little the gizmo at the bottom left right here that allows you to, if you click down, you can look at the different angles of your scene. And then also you can just click the different axes and then it'll automatically snap your scene to that different axis. So let's see here. So for this project, we will not be using the box, so we can delete the box. We also have the inspector right here to the right, and these are basically details about your asset that you have highlighted or selected within the hierarchy. So as you see, I'm selecting different components within the hierarchy. The details are changing here. And then we have the simulator. The simulator is up here. It's the play button. And this is going to kind of show your scene as it is. Later on, we will be using the image target simulator, which is where this is the area that you would select that, the image target. So right now, because we haven't saved the project, it's still showing that we have the box in there. But once we save the project, this will update and the scene will be empty. And then, let's see here, we have play mode. The play mode triggers the simulator to pop up. We have build mode. Build mode basically means that you're going to save all of the changes that you've made within your scene. Land is, the landing involves you sending all of your saved data into the cloud editor, so then it becomes more of a permanent thing there. And then that's where you can publish as well. You're gonna, whenever you're publishing from Niantic Studio, you're gonna want to save land, so then all of your data gets saved onto the cloud editor, and then from there you can publish out into the world. So yeah, that's a quick overview of 8th Wall, and right now we'll go ahead and switch over to create our actual image targets. And that is going to entail us jumping into Canva. So from here, So we could kind of like create an image target that will be able to point your phone to enable for the targeting to be enabled and your 3D content to be on top of your image. Does everyone have a Canva account? Yeah, okay. So let's just, I guess, go over, let's see, how is the chat? Okay, so let's just go over some quick guidelines onto what makes a good image target. So like the image here, there's a lot of like identifying markers within the image target itself. There's, you know, a little bit of text here, large text here, just some like really identifying marketers that the camera system can pick up. As opposed to like maybe an image that has a lot of consecutive patterns, that would not really be a good image target. And if there are excessive blank spaces as well, that wouldn't be a good image target because the camera system wouldn't be able to like identify the image within any other kind of place. So anything that you can include in your image target that are like clear, identifiable future points, that would be really helpful. So Joy, is it best to print out 8.5 by 11?
I think so.
Okay. So share your screen. So we have Canva open, and let's go ahead and just select custom size. Oh, there's someone in the waiting room. Okay. Go ahead and select custom size, and let's go ahead and put in 8.5 by 11. And oops, I select inches first. Actually, that's a lot easier. So go ahead and select inches for units, and then put in 8.5 by 11. And then create new design. Great. From there, or you could change the title up here to image target or whatever you want. Okay. And yeah, and then this is just the part to kind of use the components within Canva to kind of just get creative around and make an image target structured around the splat that you had created. For me, I had created an experience like surrounding daisies, so I created this image target. What I did was I used Canva to bring in different elements. So you could use the elements tab right here and just type in whatever you want. I typed in daisies and I put them in on the page. And I did a quick web search about facts about daisies. And then I imported some medical facts about how daisies can be used for medicinal purposes. So yeah, just kind of get creative and create, I guess, your image target here.
Fortunately, I just found out the orange star plant is highly toxic, so
okay.
don't buy it if you have kids or dogs.
okay.
Yeah, don't get this one.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, it was just
But it's beautiful.
I know, beautiful, right? Yeah. And then for anyone in the room that wants to like print out their targets afterwards, so you can like have it, I'm just gonna write the bit.ly link, and it's a Google Drive folder, so just type that in and drop your, and we just print it out and found.
Y'all, do we need a little bit more time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So randomly 3 to 4 images are good or just like how many images? There is no limit, right? Like just you can have a couple of images.
Yeah, like, there's really no limit, just make sure that there's like enough contrast within your target image. Like, it could just be like a design or something, but nothing that's like too repetitive.
Oh.
Like, not like a repetitive singular pattern. Yeah, but once you're done with your image target, you can just export it, so then that way we can bring it into Niantic Studio later. You guys ready? Okay. Chat.
So I'm still you are right for the beginning. Yes.
And he's asking a PNG file is fine. Yes, yes, PNG. Or should we move the, oh,
Yeah. They can see everything though. On Zoom.
okay, cool. Amazing. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and move on to putting this all together to create an image target, augmented reality. So first things first, is everyone, okay, come back into the 8th wall project that we had created. And let's add a target image entity into the hierarchy here. And how we do that is you're going to press the plus sign here, and then you're going to click image target right here. So that here has added the image target entity into the hierarchy. And then let's go ahead and add an image target into the scene. How we will go ahead and do that is we'll locate the image target panel here at the bottom left, and then you'll click that. And then we'll go ahead and click the plus there once you're in the image target panel. Just at this point, just make sure you're not under files or modules right here. But yes, we're in image target, press plus, and right here we're going to add flat. A cool thing with image targets is you can apply it to cylindrical or conical objects. This is really popular in beverage scenes. You can attach like an image target popping out of the logo here if you wanted to. But for our purpose today, we're going to click add flat. And then go ahead and locate your image target that you just downloaded. Cool. Does everyone have their image target uploaded? And you can see it on the right. Couple more minutes. I've learned that it's good to go a little slow.
Yes, yeah, I'm asking the chat.
Good to go now. Okay, and then over here in the inspector on the right side, go ahead and click test target. It's next to configure. Just click test target. And then that will go ahead and generate a QR code. And let's go ahead and test that with, scan the QR code with your phone. And then click the link that the QR code generates. And then when you're in the scene, you should see a black border around the target image when you're pointing your phone, the camera on your phone to the image target that's on your screen. And then you should also see on the bottom of the image target, you should see the file name of your image target. If you do see that, and if the sides are not filled with like a bunch of stripes and flickers, but you only see the black border and the file name right here, then that indicates that you do have a good image target and we're ready to go. How are you guys there? Good work for you guys?
And I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know, probably it doesn't accept the format. I don't know why.
Okay. Oh, so you're gonna want to right here. You put it right there. Add file. There you go. It's a PNG.
Yes. So now.
Oh yeah, there it goes. Oh, wait.
Already?
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Let's see. Click on here. Yeah.
I see this.
Okay.
We'll get it printed
Let's
out.
see. So it's not here, so let's try it again. And then just, do you want to,
Again, this one.
do you want to refresh maybe?
Or and the yeah, we can make it on we have and the format just needed to just I mean it was PNG, right?
Yeah.
PNG is
If you click on the files and see. Yeah, okay, yeah, so that's right. Okay, so wait, sorry. Go ahead and go, let's add the component here. Go target, correct. And then go ahead and go read this. Add creator. Okay, let's see. Did you get it?
No, I scanned it.
I don't know, is this error accurate?
Oh yeah, you got
I
it.
don't know what's
It has a caption spot right there. Yep.
yeah, I did. Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay, one little detail. Okay, let's go to your camera first. Camera. And then go to type. Right here. And then go to world. Okay, and then let's try. Upload is size too large. Go ahead and
size.
Yeah.
What?
What share? And then download. I'm sorry about that. And then maybe make the size smaller. Right here. You just drag that one that way.
Sorry, my bad.
Are you able to drag it?
No, I think she would need a commitment of the resize the cricket. Okay, I will change the image. It's
Oh, I don't think it's that. It's the file size is too large.
Do you mind if it's like cropped?
Yeah.
So, maybe I should crop the size of the format.
It might be the file. I think that's what it meant when it said too large.
The image is
The like when you export it, the file. Could you go back to Niantic Studio?
I can help with this. Yeah, you can continue.
Oh, did you get your image target to work?
Oh, sorry.
No
Wesley,
problem.
yeah.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, it had the blank bars.
And then the name of your
Yes.
target. Okay, cool.
Thank you for checking.
Yeah,
So did somebody mistakenly print it over?
I think it's like the image file. Yeah, there you go.
What are you guys using?
Thank you very much,
Vivian.
James.
Teaching how to use.
Okay. So let's see here.
Oh, I'm sorry, just like took over. Yeah.
We're on track.
Go back to the other side. So this is great.
Okay, cool. Oh my God, I don't want her to fall too far behind too. Should we could wait a couple minutes, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Let me check
let's
on the
try
chat.
this. Oh, file. For example, this one. Okay, it works. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Sure that we can like get rid of control. This one. Let's just crop it. Is not the same. It's horizontal. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I'll just yeah. I would also access that link and then drop it in there so it can be out. Okay.
Okay. Just for some reason, my internet disconnected from the SSC. Okay, there it is. Great. Well, and I think the person got their image target resolved as well in the chat. Did they? Cool. So now that we're all good to go, here, going to here.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so the next step is to go ahead and like activate this image target into this component here. And how we'll do that is that you'll click on image target in the hierarchy, and then you'll go ahead and scroll down to the image target component here. And we'll go ahead and set this to, when you click this tab here, you'll go ahead and see that your image target is there. Go ahead and set it. Yeah.
I think I'm not seeing the image target on the hierarchy. Maybe I missed one of the steps.
Let me see
Do I
here.
have to add it?
For sure. Oh yeah, okay, so click here, go to image target, yep, and then go ahead and scroll down right there, yep, there you go.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, An important thing that I kind of like forgot to mention as well earlier is that right here under camera in the hierarchy, let's go ahead and click into that real quick and then go to the inspector. And then for type right here, instead of 3D only, let's go ahead and click world, and this activates augmented reality within your experience. If it was 3D only, that's kind of like for like 3D games and stuff like that, but world will activate augmented reality. All right, so we have image target here selected. We have it configured right here to our own image target that we uploaded here. And then the next thing to do is let's go ahead and upload our assets. So right here, we can upload the splat that you guys made earlier. So let's click here. You'll click the plus sign and then upload. Make sure you're under the files panel. And then from there, you can download a splat.
Were we supposed to transfer it to a file before?
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll give you a couple minutes.
What's those reasons for not?
Yeah, that's what model and revisions. The difference is this, because like they upload and compress.
Yeah, yeah, you'll click the plus sign, upload, and then choose your file. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Vivian, what was that sign called again?
Thank you.
The one that you sent me?
The orange star.
The splat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see here.
So I'm uploading the video that we did for the 3D.
The SPZ file.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll make sure. So yeah, we're uploading our SPZ file right here into the into our project, the SPZ file.
So Wendy's asking, she doesn't see her image target from the default panel. She sees it in the image target panel in the bottom left. Is that okay? Okay.
Like when I have the image target selected below default, the preview on the right is blank, but when I have image target selected in the bottom left-hand panel.
Okay, so you'll.
Oh, a drop down.
Yeah.
I see it. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You got this. Awesome. Okay, and then, so everyone got that? You guys are good? Yeah. Okay. Great. So we've uploaded our files here. Mine is still uploading, actually. Let's give our computers a little grace. Mine is still uploading.
Sorry, am I supposed to upload a component file? Is that the right?
Yeah, you'll go to files right
Files.
here. And then you'll press plus, upload, and then choose your SPC
Oh,
file.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For sure. We're almost done, you guys. Like it is so simple that like we're almost done with this part. Mine takes forever to upload over yours.
Oh, yeah, mine is done.
Yours is done.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I'm a troublemaker. The file that I downloaded is like grayed out when I try and upload it.
Is that the SPZ file?
Yeah, the SPZ file.
So you tried uploading it here. Did it start processing it?
No, when I try and select it, it won't allow me to.
Oh, when you selected it, do you want to share your screen?
Sure.
Is she able to? Sorry, let me.
So I tried, I can show it like this, and I upload, and then I have it in my downloads, and I can see it here.
Oh, okay, because the file type, I see it says dot SPZ, and then there's like a space and like a two.
Oh,
It needs to be just dot SPZ.
okay. All right. Fix that, and I will report back.
Okay. Somewhere like near to where I could plug my computer in. Oh, yes. Oh. Okay, so we're basically waiting for this to upload, but yeah. So what we'll go ahead and do next is we'll drag and drop all of our visual files and to attach it to our image target here. So what that looks like is that when your file is uploaded, you'll go ahead and drag it and drop it into the image target. And that enables the file that you just moved over to be the child of the image target. And then so if your image target isn't, or if your files are not a child of the image target, it won't process and it won't be attached at all. When viewing.
Drop and drag from bottom to the up.
Yeah, so you'll drag and you'll drop up in here to the image target. See, I might be able to.
I'm repeating that stuff again.
No, not at all. So what you're gonna do is, once your SPZ file is uploaded here in the assets, you'll go ahead and select it and then you'll drag and drop up here drop it into the image target right here. Mark, we can see the screen, online folks. Thank you. Okay, so the SPZ file that you have here, you'll select it and you'll drag and drop it into the image target here. So it then becomes a child of the image target. Let's see, is everyone online? Do they have that part covered? Yeah, it's never been that slow. I'll just refresh. Okay, so I'll just. Okay. So, okay. So now that we've dragged and dropped, we should see our file here. Yours will be the SPZ, but just for this purpose, we're running off of this template right now. But it's the same, pretty much everything's the same. Here. And then. So now that you have your content here, we'll be able to position the splat on top of the image target the way that you want. The way you can navigate that is using the gizmo here and to select your content and then, move it around a little bit. So this is how it's going to look when it's on top of your image target. If you have the mouse with the third wheel, you can select the scene and move.
I think we lost your share screen.
Oh no. The internet's just disconnected, so. Is so small. And you could use the middle to scroll, the middle button. Yeah, you can scroll in. Okay. Yeah. So the thing is going to show. So yes, so you can select the middle button, the scroll wheel on your mouse to go left or right like this. And then you can also use the scroll button to scroll in and out of your scene to move around. And then you can use the gizmo here to look at the different angles to make sure you can put your content how you want on there. You can select that and then use this button on the left upper right corner to.
If I want to
drag
move the SPG target image to the middle of the image, the regular image, how do I separate them? Like move that?
Yeah, so there's a button on the left up here. Oh, is it not? Okay, so there's what line? Oh no. SSC or B. Can you try the which one? Yeah, that's this one.
Figure it out. I think I just did some already.
Yeah, so the way that you can navigate is actually to pull down this window. Has everyone had the chance to position their splat on top of their image target the way they potentially might want? Do you guys get to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. How's the chat? Did you guys get to do that?
Mhm.
Are you comfortable moving forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and move to the next step. So
Over how to orbit the workspace, like orbit around.
Yeah, what's the shortcut for orbiting in the space, in the environment of this platform?
to like go orbit around the content?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that would be like the gizmo right here. You can just click down on there and like move your mouse around to kind of get the different angles.
Mhm.
And then you can also just click one of the axes, like click down, and then that'll automatically snap it around for you as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why mine is not staying there, but going all over the page, the screen.
Do you want me to look at it?
Yes, yeah. See if I just did it.
On the Mac. Do you have a use functions like that?
Yeah, normally it's there.
But like to orbit, right? You can try the control.
Yeah.
key
It's
for the
staying
key.
here and then really one.
Okay, yeah, because you mind?
Yeah,
so-
oh, yeah, you figured it out.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
You can click down on here to put it in the middle of your screen. And
And so
then-
alts, holding, all, yeah, alts, and then hold the mouse. Yeah, mouse. There you go. Yeah, so that will kind of like help you.
Were you able to put your image, the splat on there?
I did, but it doesn't show the radius is not.
Okay.
Against it.
Is it good? Is that going up? Or no, you?
Do you have to refresh, publish before you tweet work?
Yeah, we have the lens, so you know, how much larger.
Oh, okay,
Sorry,
so
I-
one thing
you
that
actually
should
have
is
this
with the Western captives,
Mhm.
and let's increase the size for like, do you want the three?
Then maybe it's kind of like how this.
And then you can, move the captives around like that.
What's the difference?
Grab them right here.
Build goes like
however you want to
change
change
it. It's like locally and then manually.
Yeah,
it's like 9.
You would play with that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so let's see here.
Yeah, just follow show.
Just like, if you want to make it public, you can.
Okay.
Joy? For the sake of time, I was gonna have us do some light coding, but should I just copy and paste the code in the chat?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
So let me go ahead and do that. Okay. So one thing too for when you upload splats into an AR scene, we'll go ahead and select the splat right here. And then you'll have to uncheck skybox within the inspector.
It's not showing.
We're not seeing your screen.
Oh, there it is. It's
Okay.
assembly grid.
So when you select your splat right here, and then the information shows up for it, here, you'll see that skybox is checked. Uncheck skybox.
We're still not seeing anything.
I'm so sorry. No problem. That's a third by five, but I think it's pretty good. Let's see. Let me just. Okay. Yeah, because it's the same template that I sent you. And then I can just copy it. But do you guys all like work in XR? Nice.
It's nice.
You do? How exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Why doesn't it show?
I think it's.
Excuse me, I have a question. Yeah. I'm more in season with Metaspar there.
Oh, yeah.
This one, I'm just not sure why it's just. The Gaussian spot.
Yeah, okay, so so it might have to do with this next step that I was
Sure.
like, it might have to do with it. Okay. Very quickly, okay, all right, so. So when you select your FPZ file here, you should be able to see that skybox is selected right here. You'll want to unselect it. Did we all do that?
No, we didn't.
Okay. So,
And you want us to unselect?
yeah, make sure skybox is not selected right here. And then, let's make sure that when you're in camera right here, that the type is set to world. Yes, so right there, that should be, that, and then right here, at this point, it should work at this point.
Can you say that last part
So,
one more time?
right here, you're gonna want to press build. Let's save your work. Press build. Did you press build?
Before we did, but should I do it again? Or?
Yeah, you'll press build now, and then that'll save everything that we've been doing till this point. And then let's go ahead and test. So you'll connect device and then test with your mobile phone, and just point your phone here at the QR code. And then even when you point your phone at your target image, it should spawn, it should pop up.
I can see the name here, like when you say that cactus, like the name of it recognizes it. That's all like.
Oh, okay, so
yeah, it recognizes it.
Okay.
Is that what the
No, so so did you connect device first? Oh, right there, yeah, and then did you scan that?
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah, scan that part.
So now, what should we do? I mean,
Did you?
Yeah.
You scan that one?
yeah.
Okay.
And then it's not yours.
And then find your target image. Did you print one out for, sorry, what was her name again?
Shopna.
Shopna.
I didn't get hers.
Okay, so if we just find it on your laptop, and you could point your phone at the image on your laptop.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
It's nice, right?
Oh, how cool,
Just now
yeah.
I did it, but I tried landing it.
Awesome.
Because just now she said just to build a second time, but it's fine.
Did it work for you? Cool, Leslie?
Yeah.
The
Did it work?
first, no, it's
Like this?
Oh, no. So you'll want to find your target image on your desktop, file. It would be under here, like your files.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? So
And then
you
is it
have
this one?
your thing
Your target
showing,
image?
like,
The untitled design?
it's parallel to.
Oh, okay,
the
so
thing, but
you'll want to
on
point
top
it
of
at a
the
clean
image.
version, because
Like
this is
that
in front of it
otherwise
now. It's not the
would be
same.
way past.
No.
your-
Go bring up the file from your right here.
So yeah,
Yep.
I would
And then
make
click right
everything
here.
much closer and
Here,
make it
yep.
perpendicular.
I'll click that, open it, and then point your phone to it. Yeah. So is that after you scanned the camera that
Oh, yeah.
after you scanned?
Let's do it again.
Okay.
So.
Yep.
So,
There you go.
can I build again?
It's still, and then.
And then allow, and then point it to that other.
She used my smart there.
There you go.
No, I didn't use it.
Oh, there you go.
Let's
you get it?
not use it.
I actually maybe I made a mistake. It has to be perpendicular. It was too far.
Yeah, it's parallel
Okay.
to the paper.
Oh, God. Oh,
This
yeah.
way, yeah. I don't know if that was mentioned earlier.
Sparky arm just disappeared, huh? It's like, yeah. I feel like
Right.
that's given Niantic such an advantage though, because now they're like, taking up that space now.
Right.
And TikTok is so unstable now.
So
they're
make it
like-
block.
Yeah. And then like Snap is like gonna be the only competition.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
and they just enabled the ability for you to like kind of do some branding, like open your AR projects with a splash screen, Niantic. So that's nice.
It's still not working.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
let me
why.
see.
Could it be my phone movie? No, right?
I don't think so. So let's see. Do you mind? if I-
Yeah, go ahead, please,
Okay.
please.
We have that.
So these images can be used them outside Niantic.
Okay, so this,
Needs to be under.
it's not a child.
Oh, I forgot that, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And then let's build, and that might do it.
That's right. I can't believe I said.
Yeah,
So
it's yeah.
Because in Metaspark, it's like already part of the template normally, right? It's
I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember. Yeah. Okay, so let's try it.
That makes sense though.
Then it's to connect device.
Really makes sense. Technically, it's the same link, right? So you can today just refresh that.
Yeah.
And this has charting.
Here. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Right here. This one did good for you? Want to try that? I mean, it's a good target image, so it should.
It said earlier that because you said as long as it has the black, it can recognize the black bars and it has the name of it, it works. It's a good target, right?
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that's good. It's just looking. So that's weird. It's acting like there's that skybox is open.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so, all right, so the next step is that we're gonna add a UI element here in the hierarchy. So you could press this plus sign here, UI element, and then click button. And then go ahead and use the rotation right here, or you can use all of these buttons right here, the way they function can also be manipulated right here in the viewport. So for the rotation, if you press 990 on the x-axis, that'll go ahead and kind of flip it facing you, facing you, especially within the camera view as well. So, and then you can, with this button selected here, you can drag it around to kind of place it on top of your target image the way that you want. Right here under icon, button. So we have button and then icon and text is a child of the button. So you go ahead and click icon. And let's just go ahead and delete that one right now, actually. Let's just delete icon and then select text and then go ahead and write in what you want the text of the button to be right here. So I'll just put maybe explore facts, maybe. And then let's go ahead and adjust the font size so then it'll fit with enough padding on the button, just for a simple quick fix right now. And then yeah, and then so do you have that part?
I'm still looking at the button text.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and just find something about the daisy right here, and so you'll basically want to look up a URL that's related to your button for the next step as well. So we could do that a little later. How's the chat? Are they? Oh, I just can't see it on the side. So. Okay, good. Okay.
you guys good now with your
Yeah.
button? Okay. And then the next part is, let me just delete this, so let me do it again. Okay.
My button doesn't reflect the green one.
Okay, so you would change it right here.
It's just not wanted to.
Yeah, okay.
Then I will.
Yeah, and so, yeah, okay, all right, so this next step is pretty easy as well. So right here under the assets, the files assets, click plus, new file, empty file, and then let's type button dash script dot ts. This is we're building a TypeScript file. Did it work now?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. It's my phone. I had a feeling.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
So did you guys get to do that?
I took a video.
Yeah. So you'll click files plus new file, empty file, and then you'll label it button. You could really name it anything you want. Buttons dash script dot ts. So we're building a scripting file right now for code. Yeah. So TypeScript. And then let's see, how do I? Did I copy and paste the code?
Yeah, I was right. It was the phone.
Let me go ahead and copy and paste the code right now. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste it in the chat. It's a really simple code. So let's go ahead and copy and paste that.
Oh, I know.
Can we have the code? How
Yeah.
do we type it here?
Maybe
We
that's
don't have it. We are not on Zoom.
I wanted to type it, but I think we're a little on time. So
Can we have it copied somewhere like in the online so that we can copy it?
yeah. And then also Also, so this script is a basic, very basic template too that's within Niantic as well. So it'll be there as well. So, but we'll share this. So
Is there a way we can like upload this text to, because we have to type manually. So-
are you logged into the Zoom?
No,
No?
because we haven't registered for Zoom. So
Okay.
we need, like, what we can do is, we have a shared folder in Chrome. We had a shared folder.
A shared folder? Okay.
Yeah.
What was the
In
question?
the drive.
Okay, yeah.
Input it into the link.
Yeah,
As like a document,
yeah.
Okay.
then it should be accessible.
Thank you.
Most definitely. Thank you. Going? Yes. Let's see here. We want to copy and paste or like put this into a document. Yes. And send them into your
You can choose my doc.
Yeah.
Oh, were you on Safari?
I was on Safari.
So another question. Here for when I'm trying to do this, it would say science, I don't know why I
You got it? Okay. Are you caught up?
Yeah, but it's first of all, if the phone is I'm
But
caught up with this
when I
part.
click on
I was
that,
gonna
it
say, I
was
think
not here.
I need to troubleshoot something on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, but this part is good, yeah.
Okay, so you have the code in your TypeScript file? Okay,
And is it a
Cool.
new component file or a new empty file that we're starting now? Is it TypeScript?
so you go to under files plus, new file, and then empty file. And then you make the TypeScript from there.
Yeah, but I couldn't. And I think you need to type the .tps or what is it?
.ts.
TS.
Yep.
Okay, I'm done.
Wonderful,
Sorry.
you got
Sorry,
this.
I was like
Yeah,
dash
sorry.
TS, that's why. it-
I know, yeah. You got
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is
So
it
we have
showing
access
like
to
a
the
warning
white
symbol? Am I missing
Uh,
like any
yes,
spacing?
yeah, so that link, the
I just
Bitly
want
link,
to go to this one.
did you open it up in another
Let's go
tab?
ahead and put a space starting at the, yes.
So just type the bit.
Oh, but everything like-
Oh, no, sorry, just.
Oh,
click
okay, the
right
one,
there.
oh,
The
sorry,
one down.
no, I have.
And then space.
Oh, okay, yeah, but
Or
you
no,
would need
I
it
mean,
here,
enter.
not on the.
I think one people way we could approach the opportunity.
Oh, it is expecting two indentations and it has only one, so it is complaining about it.
Okay.
Yeah, now I can get rid of them.
Is it, you got
It's
it?
the spacing, yeah.
Okay. You have it? You're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it's the spacing right here. I guess you just gotta get rid of, these extra spaces right there.
Yeah?
Yeah, like all of those, I guess. But, let me go ahead and,
Okay, copy.
yeah, give this refresh.
Yeah, Maggie's asking if we continue with the code.
Continue what?
Continue with the code.
Yeah. We're good?
Yeah.
Good.
The spacing. I
Okay.
got rid of everything.
Okay, and then I guess press, oh, and then enter a URL. Okay, so the next thing would be to, let's see here.
Do I click build all the time to save it, or how do I save the script to this?
Okay, we'll cover that here in a moment. Okay, so click your button up here in the hierarchy.
Okay.
And then,
Hold on, your screen is empty.
Okay, let's see here. Oops. Guess there's just all these indenting issues. Oops. Thank you, Joy. Actually, yeah, this is okay. So let's see, click the button here, and then let's go to the bottom. Okay, so click new component. And then click.
Or the first one. I think first. Drop down. And then custom component.
Right here?
Yeah, all the way up.
I don't see it on my side. We're missing something right here. I think it might be a curly bracket. And then this is not so weird.
So we really get hers working, so.
Shoot, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. I'm not getting, Joy, could you help me with a curly bracket right here? I need a curly bracket. Oh, we need a curly bracket right there. Entering it, it's not processing.
And copy and paste. The other curly bracket.
Did you email me? Right?
Yeah, it's just the,
Yeah, so there's like an issue right here that, when you guys click new component, do you see custom component? You do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, go ahead and click custom component and then select, your button. When you're able to select what's in there, go ahead and select your,
This is my button, but it says call to action.
yeah,
I think
that
it's
one.
coming from the
Yeah.
script, so it shows the.
There you go.
Then-
Yeah, so, and then build, and then it'll work.
Oh.
Yeah. Got it?
Couldn't find it.
Oh, right there, that one, call to action. Yep. And then build, and then it'll work. So when you,
We has to replace with our own button and our own link later.
yeah,
Okay.
so you could do that however you want, and then so,
I didn't think-
yeah, and then when you try it, you'll be able to click the button and it'll go to the link. Yeah, oh, so when you connect your device and then go through your phone and try it out, scan the QR code and then you click your you look at your target image and it should all be there. Did you get it, Wesley?
Not yet. Well, because on my phone, I added the phone.
Okay.
Also my battery's going to die. I don't
Yep.
release this.
Yeah, it's just the indenting issue. So you would just delete all those. Yeah.
But yeah, the issue is definitely on the phone.
Oh.
But I have an iPad at home. I can play it on my iPad.
Okay. I'm like an Android girly, yeah, so. But.
Thank you.
So.
I think the problem is with my Wi-Fi that I cannot see the button.
So you have, okay, so try it again.
I can't do
The QR code, yeah.
it.
Cause I think, so the button is kind of like, it's at a weird angle that you have to kind of angle down to see it.
I did.
Yeah, I couldn't find the button to. I can see. I just said it should.
Oh, okay, so the button isn't a child. Put it under the image target. That might be your issue too.
Oh, yeah, the button
Yeah.
was not a child.
Yeah, just go ahead and make it the child. Oh, this one right here, go ahead and drag it into that. Yep. That should fix it. Build and then press play. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. Yep. Okay, press build, then it should work. Right at 4:30.
Oh.
Yeah?
I see the button and it's taking to the.
To the
URL.
link. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So there's so many ways that image targets can be used in the real world. Like you can apply it to murals. Like it's really cool. Like so many different things. So Mandy, what do you expect to see? Like what should she be seeing on her screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so you should see the Splat spawn on top of your image target, as well as a button and being able to click the button to go to the URL that you've chosen. So when we imported the code to the editor here, we did have issues with the indents that had been imported as well. So you would just have to delete all of those and it should work after that. Indentation. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, you could play with this as much as you want. I believe that currently under the free program, if you wanted to like apply target images to a book, I believe that you can have up to 37 target images on a Niantic project right now.
How many?
37. I think it's something like that though. So like if you have like a 37-page book, you could apply target images to the whole thing. One thing as well is if you wanted to, right here on files, when you plus, you can add audio files as well. So maybe that could be like, you know, and then put in the audio file under your, as a child of your target image. And then so that target image has a specific audio, an audio book, you know, something like that. There's like so many different things you can do with target images.
And when you publish, it just publishes to public online.
Yeah, so when you publish up here on the left, you'll be able to see all of your projects. And then you can feature your project. When you click here, you can really edit the way, like the description, the typescript of your project, and even add a cover image and stuff like that. And then yeah, people can access it through WebXR. Yeah.
And I also have a doubt, like this Niantic is now free, right? So you just keep uploading, and then can you publish them or like download those images like in a 3D way and then put it anywhere, or?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, up to some extent, and then of course there's the enterprise and all this and that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you're saying you can do 37 image targets, is that within like one project?
I believe so. I think it is
I guess if it was a book, you would kind of lay them out as like pages side by side.
Right here it says unlimited, but I think that's for like the paid programs. I think it's something around 37 right now. It says you can track up to 4 images simultaneously while searching up for up to 32 images at a time. So yeah. That was a lot. You guys are troopers. Like we got through it.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Between a little bit of technical difficulties, we did it.
Well, we are at time. If there's any questions on Zoom, I believe Akilah has left her contact info if you also wanted to reach out, and we'll send the recording and slides afterwards to everyone as well. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us, and I'm gonna stop the recording now. Yeah, let's see.
That got intense for a moment. I was like, whoa. Amazing.
Awesome.